pledged to embody Guru's vision of a world united in truth, compassion, and spiritual understanding. May the blessings of Navajyoti Sri Karunagara Guru guide our deliberations and illuminate our path towards realizing humanity's highest spiritual potential. Thanking Guru for this profound moment that I will cherish throughout my life, I offer these words as flowers to the lotus feet of my Guru, Sadguru Sharanam.
Thank you, Swami. Now, for introducing the theme of the seminar, in the name of our beloved Guru, I would like to invite to the dais fellow at IIAS Shimla, our esteemed convener and our dear Atmabandhu, Professor K. Gopinathan Pillai. As a fellow at the Indian Institute of Advanced Study and the convener of seminars on Guru Shishya tradition, Professor K. Gopinathan Pillai plays a significant role in reviving Indian knowledge traditions through academic discourse.
Sadguru Sharanam. Welcome you all. Bowing down the lotus feet of my Guru, Navajyoti Sri Karunagara Guru, the founder Guru of Shantigiri Ashram, who gifted to humanity a new teaching and a path to address the existential challenges of the time in accordance with Yuga Dharma. Bowing down Shishya Pujita Amrita Jnana Tapaswini, the Guru designate, whose occurrence testified and validated Guru's words that there would always be an Atma Jnani in this lineage to guide humanity, and bowing down the Guru Parampara of this great land, who gifted humanity the unparalleled wisdom to navigate to the highest goal of human life, let me welcome the Sarvadharaniya Swami Chaitanya Jnana Tapasi, General Secretary of the Ashram, Swami Gururatna Jnana Tapasi, Chaitanya Jnana Tapasi, the President of the Ashram, Swami Gururatna Jnana Tapasi, the General Secretary of the Ashram, Swami Sri Atmananda, Spiritual Head of Satya Chaitanya Ashram Tiruvannamale, Swami Narasimhananda, the Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission, Sevashram Kozhikode, and Professor Ramnath Jha, Professor Paneer Shelvam, Professor, our honored guest from UAE, and all other who are present, our Tripadiji, etc., all my Atma Bandhus. So, this seminar is conceived as a humble attempt to bring to the forefront an area that is often overlooked and under-addressed in our mainstream academic discussions. We are aware that the lifeblood of this land is spirituality. And the whole world looks up to this land for wisdom and spiritual guidance. For quite some time, there have been concerted efforts to promote the legacy of Indian culture and ancient knowledge systems nationally and globally through various platforms and academic institutions. Due to various reasons, Indians have been less proud of their cultural legacy for many centuries. It has impacted the social harmony, fraternity, and cultural progress of the country. We are now realizing this lacuna in our social and cultural life. The present government is steadfastly ensuring to promote the Indian cultural ethos among the people, especially among our children and youth in this country. In this context, it is essential to examine the social, cultural, and religious factors that led to the eclipse of India's cultural and spiritual traditions, which disrupted the organic development and evolution of its knowledge systems in accordance with the spiritual ecology of the present Kali Yuga, that is, the Dharma of the present Yuga. So, the Mother Nature sustains itself grounded in an ecology that has evolved. If this ecology is not maintained, there will be ecological calamities that impact all realms of human life. Similarly, our ancient knowledge systems developed and evolved within an ecology shaped by a specific spiritual, social, and cultural environment which constituted the foundation of Indian tradition. It was this tradition that gave rise to the ancient knowledge systems. Therefore, it is essential to rediscover the causative factors that have fossilized our tradition, leading to stagnation and a lack of further development and evolution of Indian knowledge systems, and rectify them to achieve the desired objectives. So therefore, our focus should be on examining the causative factors of the eclipse of the tradition that produced the knowledge systems, and how the underpinning core ideas and spirit of the tradition can be revitalized in accordance with the changing times and climate. So in this context, in 2 days, we will discuss mainly two fundamental themes in two roundtables that we organize. The first theme of the roundtable is the causative factors that disrupted the continuity of India's wisdom tradition and its impact on the further development of Indian knowledge systems. There are hundreds of seminars are going on across this country. Professor Ramnath knows it. He is in almost all the seminars and academic professional work. But such themes are less addressed and discussed in our intellectual discourse across India. That is why, because this is a fundamental factor we have to look into. There is a very effective effort to revitalize our knowledge system. But this knowledge system we lost, its development and evolution we lost centuries back. Why? What are the factors that caused this disruption of the development and evolution? This is to be addressed, sir. It is here the relevance of Navajyoti Sri Karunaguru Guru and this ashram's relevance. Because, as I said, there is an ecology. There is in nature we find an ecology. If ecology is disrupted, there is imbalance. In spirituality, there is an ecology of spirituality. In each yuga, there is a specific ecology. Satyuga has got its spiritual ecology. Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga has got its spiritual ecology. But in Kali Yuga, what is the spiritual ecology that will align humans with Mother Nature and ultimate godhood? This is to be addressed. This Navajyoti Sri Karunaguru Guru addressed this. What should be the spiritual ecology of Kali Yuga? This is the most unique contribution of Navajyoti Sri Karunaguru Guru. He exposed his expositions on this ecology. What should be the spiritual practices, faith, worship systems, and ethics of this yuga? So, therefore, I remain putting these words on the lotus feet of my Guru. In the 2 days, we will focus on this subject. Why we lost our knowledge system, the organic evolution of our knowledge system, how we can revitalize this knowledge system. It is to be addressed. Thank you. I remain.
Thank you, Gopinathan sir. Now for the inaugural address and for officially inaugurating this event, in the name of our Guru, I would like to invite to the dais Shantigiri Ashram General Secretary Sarvadaraniya Swami Guru Ratnam Jnana Tapasvi. As the General Secretary of our ashram, Swami Guru Ratnam Jnana Tapasvi has been a driving force behind the spiritual, intellectual and social initiatives of the ashram. He authored a best-selling biography of Navajyoti Sri Karunaguru Guru and regularly represents the ashram at national seminars.
Om Sri Karunaguru Guru Parabrahmane Nama. ഓം ശ്രീ കരുണാകര ഗുരു സത്യപ്രദായ നമ. ഓം ശ്രീ കരുണാകര ഗുരു അതീവ സത്യപ്രകാശായ നമ. ഓം ശ്രീ കരുണാകര ഗുരു അതീവ സത്യപ്രകാശായ നമ. ഓം ശ്രീ കരുണാകര ഗുരു അതീവ സത്യപ്രകാശ. Bowing at the sacred lotus feet of our beloved Guru and offering prayerful salutations to Abhivandya Shishya Pujita. Respected guests, distinguished speakers, esteemed participants, and dear Atmabandhus. What a profound gathering this is. This holy land. It is gratifying to note this on the auspicious occasion of Navapujitam, birth anniversary celebrations of our beloved Guru, Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru, with hearts filled with joy and reverence. We have come together to reflect upon a theme of immense significance. Guru Parampara and the Indian systems of knowledge. As we all know, Indian civilization has been sustained for thousands of years by its spiritual depth and philosophical foundations. At the heart of this great tradition stands the Guru Parampara, the unbroken lineage of teachers and disciples. The Guru is not merely a teacher of words, but a light bearer who awakens the inner truth in the disciple and the whole humanity. From the Vedic rishis who gave us the hymns of truth, to the sages who revealed the mysteries of consciousness, and to the acharyas who systematized philosophy, medicine, and the arts, the Guru Parampara kept knowledge alive and relevant. This shows us that the knowledge is not just information, it is transformation. Indian knowledge was never confined to books or classrooms. It was always transmitted through the living presence of the Guru, who was a seer, a guide, a friend, and a source of wisdom. Our sciences and arts, astronomy, Ayurveda, Siddha, Jyotisha, music, mathematics, philosophy, and many more, that all grew in the fertile soil of a spiritual culture. Progress, but they have also created challenges: climate change, inequality, and crisis of values. If science reveals the laws of the material world, Indian spirituality reveals the laws of consciousness. Together, they can shape a more balanced and humane future. This is where the vision of Shantigiri Ashram and our beloved founder Guru, Navajyoti Sri Karunakara Guru, becomes especially relevant. Guru taught us that spirituality is not about repeating the past, but about renewing it. Guru upheld equality beyond caste and creed and called for a new spiritual order, new age. Through Ayurveda, Siddha, education, and service, Shantigiri demonstrates how tradition can live again in modern times. Guru once said, true spirituality begins when the barriers between man and man come to an end. These simple yet profound words capture the essence of both Guru Parampara and the Indian knowledge tradition. For knowledge without compassion and unity loses its true meaning. Guru envisioned a path for humanity, a path that transcends barriers of caste, creed, and religion and brings people together in the light of truth, peace, and universal brotherhood. His vision was not confined to any one community, but was for the upliftment of all humankind. Dear all, on this sacred occasion, let us open our hearts and minds to receive the wisdom of the Guru tradition and rediscover the treasures of Indian knowledge systems. May this seminar not only celebrate the timeless Guru Parampara, but also give birth to new ideas, deeper insights, and transformative directions that can contribute to the new world order envisaged by Guru. Let the deliberations, talk, and exchanges of thought, if this blessed gathering lead us towards a future where knowledge and spirituality go hand in hand, where human dignity and equality are restored, and where peace and compassion reign supreme. May this seminar inspire us to walk the path of truth and compassion, and may it serve as a humble offering at the feet of Guru. May it be blessed with Guru's grace and become a beacon of light for the future. With these words and with prayerful surrender, at the lotus feet of my beloved Guru, I have the great honor and privilege to inaugurate this seminar on Guru Parampara and Indian systems of knowledge. Here, in the holy land of Shantigiri, with this, I submit my humble words. Jai Hind, Sadguruve Sharanam.
Thank you, Swami. For the blessing address, we are truly honored to be joined by Pujya Swami Paramatmananda Saraswati, the revered founder Acharya of Arsha Vidya Mandir, Rajkot. Pujya Swamiji, celebrated for his profound teaching in the Guru Shishya tradition and his enlightening spiritual discourses, is gracing us today with his virtual presence through a special video message.
The life, human life, was divided into 4 stages known as Brahmacharya Ashrama, Grahastha Ashrama, Vanaprastha Ashrama, and Sannyas Ashrama. Each figuratively 25 years. And these 2 ashramas, Brahmacharya and Sannyasa, are ashramas committed to pursuit of knowledge. Sannyasya jnanameva ashraya. Having taken to sannyasa, one should study Shastra. It's a life of sannyasi. And of course, Brahmachari's life is also study. Nothing else but study. It is said, what should be attitude to study? Asuptehe amrutehe kalam nayet vedanta chintaya. Till you die, until you sleep, keep studying Vedanta. Keep thinking Vedanta, Mananam, and keep doing Nididhyasanam of Vedanta. That is what our culture is. And other 2 ashramas, they were also supposed to continue study. Then a grihastha, and the same grihastha becomes a vanaprastha. They have a mandate that swadhyaya pravachanabhyam ma pramaditavya. Swadhyayo adhyetavya. You have to study your Vedas, your lineage of the knowledge that you inherited from your parents or from your gurus. So, we were the only culture, and I would say to some extent we are, where we were committed to pursuit of knowledge. And the knowledgeable person is respected even today in the villages. Primary teacher gets respect from all of them. And there is a Subhashitani, Swadeshe Pujyate Raja, Vidwan Sarvatra Pujyate. Even the kings bowed down to wise people. Even Bhagavan, when he incarnated as Rama and Krishna, they bowed down to Vasishtha and Sandipani Rishi. So, I would say Indian knowledge tradition is, Bharat is knowledge tradition. Our dharma is not a faith, it's a teaching tradition. Rest of the dharmas are faith-based religions. The very word Veda reveals a book of knowledge. And by the way, across the world and including UN has accepted the oldest book of knowledge available on this earth is our Vedas. So we were committed to knowledge. That is what our lifestyle was, and that is what our tradition was. Every guru was supposed to, even a grihastha to begin with in the earlier part, he is supposed to study the respective Vedas, the respective knowledge which his father or forefathers had it, and make sure that they pass on to their sons and daughters. Formerly, there was no Guru Shishya Parampara. It was only Pita Putra Parampara. That famous mantras of our Mundaka Upanishad, Brahma Devanam Prathavasam Babuvaha Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidyam Pratishtham Atharvane Jeshta Putraya Praha. So it was father-son tradition, and this is how Bharat is knowledge tradition. Now, in this tradition of teaching, it requires certain attitude. And that is not the need or requirement of those gurus. It is the nature of the knowledge. Just as the water flows from higher level to lower level, the knowledge flows from a guru to Shishya, provided the Shishya surrenders. Beautifully mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. While praising Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Gita Sugita Kartavya Kimanya Shastra Vistarehi. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vansharshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Sarvopaplavarahitah Pragnana Ghanah Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi Om Shanti 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 Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyap.
We would like to thank our esteemed Pujya Swamiji for his virtual presence. Now for the presidential address, I would like to invite in the name of our beloved Guru, Professor Panir Selvam. Professor S. Panir Selvam, former head of the Department of Philosophy at University of Madras and National Fellow of ICPR, currently serves as the General Secretary of the Indian Philosophical Congress.
ഗുരുവേ ശരണം. Most revered and respected Swami Chaitanya Jnana Tapasvi, revered Swami Atmananda ji, Swami Narasimhananda ji, Swami Gurunand Jnana Tapasvi, my good friend Professor Gopinath Pillai. A beautiful inaugural address was given by Swami Guru Ratnam Jnana Tapasvi. We are very grateful to him. And also just now we saw a very beautiful video recording given by Pujya Swami Paramatmananda Saraswati ji. Respected guest of honor, Dr. Abdullah ji, our good friend, philosopher and guide. We always get inspiration from Professor Ramnath Jasar, who is here, who will be delivering a very valuable keynote address. And Sri P. Sudeep ji, Professor Lakshmi Padi ji, and many devotees of Sri Karunagara Guru, and my dear friends. At the outset, I would like to inform you my close association with Shantagiri Ashram. Some 8 years ago, Professor Gopinath Pillai and my dear good friend Professor Sebastian Velichari contacted me and said there is one ashram, we are doing a lot of philosophy, and also we are connected to the spiritual wisdom of Sri Karunagara Guru. So why can't you come and join us? I told them that I am not a spiritual person, unfortunately, at least at that time. So I hesitated to come to this place. But you won't believe, within few days, I got an insight, or I should say I had a dream that I should visit this place. So I wrote to my good friend Gopinath ji saying that I would like to come. And from that time onwards, I am coming regularly. And we have conducted number of seminars in this great spiritual ashram. And our Professor S.R. Bhatt was very closely associated with this ashram. And the service they render for a common man is something remarkable. That is a great, I should say, the spiritual message which Sri Karunagara Guru gives. I remember the words of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda once said, I do not believe in a religion which cannot wipe out the tears of a widow or which cannot bring a loaf of bread to an orphan's mouth. This is how a philosophy should be. This is how a Swamiji or a spiritual leader should have an affiliation or link with the common man. And in this ashram, I have come across a lot of devotees who are very simple and they are so much dedicated to this ashram. This is something really remarkable. And when a few days ago, when Gopinathji contacted me and said, we are going to have a Guru Jayanti, then I said definitely I would be here. So this opportunity, first of all, gives me, thank you. It gives me an opportunity to meet all spiritual people and also listen to some of the great speakers like Atmananda ji and other gurus who are here, and my good teacher, Professor Ramnath Jha, and others. So let me very briefly, I have been given 15 minutes, and I hope, because you need more and more time to talk about Karnagara Guru. But I'll restrict myself because there are very eminent philosophers and spiritual leaders who are going to talk now. So I'll restrict myself to some of the philosophical implications which we can receive from Sri Karnagara Guru. In fact, I have written a very lengthy paper. The title of the paper is Contextualizing Sri Karnagara Guru in Indian Knowledge System. I will not.
Go condoms?
It's over there.
क्या ये डिफरेंट साइजेस में आता है?
Actually, sir, size matter नहीं करता.
तो फिर क्या मैटर करता है?
The hardness
Of the condom.
of what's inside.
For the first time ever, presenting Hard Rock Gel.
अब free हर score condoms के 10 pack के साथ.
Because if you read the history of Indian philosophical tradition, one can say there are three important periods. One is the Vedic and the Upanishadic period. Then second is the Bhakti period. And third is the contemporary period where we can place thinkers like Karnagara Guru, Narayana Guru, Eluthachan, Tattambi Swamigal, and many others. And also, we can also place thinkers like Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, and many others. So, the Guru tradition is the cornerstone of Indian philosophical tradition, which has started from Vedic times up to the present. Perhaps I would say that this is the uniqueness of Indian philosophical tradition and culture. I have read Indian philosophical tradition and culture. I have read